Oh
Amazing.
dear.
I'm
Oh,
almost
dear.
done.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of... Oh, I didn't actually have to switch that many. Hey, perfect. Of the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. We hope you're doing fabulously, wonderfully, amazingly, other words that mean good things, Tonight... Before we get started with the show, a few announcements. Number one, programming announcements. Tomorrow, Salt and Sorcery is back, pending Chad having internet.
No storms till Sunday. We're
Perfect. So
Looking
Salt and
forward to
Sorcery tomorrow. We're going back into Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Can Will, Matt, Calf, and Chad make their way through this campaign, or are we going to die a terrible death? Join us and find out. Then... On Sunday, we have Stardew Sunday with friends, me, Emily, Sarah from our Monday stream, who we love, and Aubrey, who's only on this stream with Emily. Oh, that reminds me, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
to make possible plans for tomorrow. So continuing on from there, stepping right up to number 2, on Mondays we have the Strength of Thousands AP. It is our game. Come and watch me be salty. Come watch McKenna laugh at my salt. Come watch it Matt cause the salt. And watch us go and start a revolution in a town. Right? Am I forgetting anything? I guess
we are continuing a revolution.
Follow through the
revolution started.
Yeah, follow through.
You're digging down with the revolution.
Yeah. Speaking of digging down, on a Wednesday, our party is going to be digging down into Castle Ravenloft.
Oh boy!
As we continue the Ray arc to finish off Shy's story. Now that Shy's character Ray is out of Arinari's fridge.
Not many streams you get to see someone defridged.
Yes.
Mm.
No.
We're working to subvert tropes
Yep.
here on tabletop rules.
Rose, to give you context, one of the people in our Wednesday game had to leave, and I didn't really write what they did in case they could come back at any moment, so I just put them in a character that nobody liked other than me's fridge.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I liked R&R.
You know, I've been there. I've been that character who didn't have time anymore, and I literally got put under like a Snow White sleeping curse for just a little bit.
That's basically what they did. They just stored her in a fridge so she wouldn't, decompose.
Great.
Then on Thursday, we might continue the Star Rail streams. I'm not even going to try the first part. I know I'm just going to butcher it. We might continue. Yeah, Honkai. We might continue. Was I saying it right?
You were saying Hanukkah.
Honkai.
Like Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Also, there's no ED at the end. There's no
Hanukkah
Honkai.
Impact.
Either way, Honkai Impact.
Honky Impact.
We're going to continue our Star Rail streams.
Honkai Impact.
I'm at the point where I'm nearing the end of the story they have available already. I really like this game. It's very fun. We might be continuing that on Thursdays. We might be doing Vault Hunters. Who knows? Then Fridays, of course, the Astral Calling is what you're watching right now. And, of course, the reason why you're watching it is because of our wonderful cast of characters. Starting with the person who has the nubbliest of bug nubs. We have Chad, whose character has the nubbliest of bug nubs, playing Vim. How are you doing tonight, Chad?
Good. Everybody's gonna miss this joke eventually.
Yes, eventually.
When
I'm
the
missing
bug
it
nubs,
already.
When the bug nubs don't exist anymore, they're gonna miss it.
Speaking of people who may only exist when you are seeing them, because they might be a illusion or a phantasmagoria, we have Rose. I would say Rose would fit like phantasmagoria as like a descriptor.
I'm just too good to be true.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess. Yo,
Can't keep my eyes off of you.
Rose playing Luna.
hey.
Rosalie Phantasmagoria. Oh God,
Honestly,
I need that now.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. That's like my magical girl anime title.
Yeah, we need more official in our life. Speaking of people that we need more of in our life, we have the person responsible for all the artwork you see here on the channel, as well as the person who has the probably largest TikTok following on this stream, McKenna, of McKenna Ray Art.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think on this stream.
On this stream.
Or at least like on Friday nights.
I still think we need to do like a like fake drama between you and Abby on TikTok to just feedback loop into each other. Like, that would be so good for you two.
And then people accuse them of being phonies because it's not real.
It's the internet. Everything's fake. Like
it
me.
would be extremely phony if Abby and I were to ever have internet beef.
It would be.
I think that's the only way it would come about, as if it were staged. But anyway, for totally not staged content, you can check out McKenna Ray Art on any of the places, or here right now where I'm streaming with this group playing Evie, the Plasmoid Artificer.
And one half of my current favorite ship on the channel.
They're so big.
They're precious.
Can you guess what my second favorite ship on the channel is?
Is it that
In a current
one
game or
guy
a game
with
that
that
already
other
happened?
guy?
In a current game. What my current...
Dim and Revenge?
Nope. I will say it is in the Monday night game.
Oh, if it's not Charlotte and Mercedes, you're wrong.
It is Charlotte and Mercedes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is Charlotte and Mercedes is my second favorite ship right now.
Mhm.
And then my third favorite ship is a ship that is yet to happen, but it is Abby's Saloon Girl and McKenna's character from the Western.
Free shipping. Interesting strategy.
Interesting. Interesting.
Is Abby the pink one who's the vigilante?
No,
No.
that one's
That
from our
was
current
from
game.
the
That
Wednesday.
looked really cute
That-
too.
That's
She
the-
looks adorable. I
she's-
love that art.
she's-
Her name is Gwendolyn, and you would love her.
She's
I
the
do love her.
she is the one who she's the one who's part of the throuple
Knox?
with McKenna's character.
I was also gonna say the rival character, the rival turned lover
Yeah.
character. I was just like, hello.
Yeah,
I keep
Hi.
posting new art to Instagram, and by new art, I mean old art.
I would like
keep
to say
forgetting
that
to post.
we have the most sapphic PF2 stream that is available for Pathfinder 2e.
And if you can prove us wrong, send us the link because I want to watch their actual plays.
Yeah,
Why did that suddenly turn ASMR?
because McKenna's very good at it.
Because I'm
McKenna
gonna get
does
really
that.
close to this mic, and I can tap my fingernails on it. Hold on, I have a makeup brush. Hold on.
If
hold
we
on,
hit
hold on,
enough
hold on.
subscribers,
Ooh.
McKenna will make ASMR for our followers.
Ooh woo.
I can't really hear that.
Yeah. Speaking of
Okay.
people who are ASMR-like because they are very relaxing to be around and they provide a fair amount of comfort and warmth, we have Matthew playing Darius.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show tonight. We're just gonna have a good time. Just a good old time. Gonna play some characters. Gonna roll some dice. Gonna some R's, some P's. Just a good time.
Somebody clip
Oh,
Matt
very Mr.
saying-
Rogers.
somebody clip Matt saying, we're going to R some P's, please. Because I want to turn that into a GIF.
RP.
We're going to RP.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Are
let's
some
see.
peas.
I don't know a good transition for Maya from that. So,
Well, speaking of
Probably
R's and P's,
safest if you
somebody
don't.
who runs into Maya's character might RIP.
there we go. I like that. That works. Maya,
Hey.
who was
All right,
away
Rose
from-
gets a hero point.
Who Rose does.
Oh,
Rose
yeah,
does,
I was-
actually. Who was away last week for the opening of their show. Maya, how'd that go?
It went very well. Thank you for asking. If y'all are local in
Plug.
close to North Hollywood, check out Loft Ensemble for the current super queer sitcom show going on right now.
If
Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of online content currently. So,
if they do stream the show, let me know. I'll watch it.
hell yeah.
Because I watched, oh god, last year for Fringe, I watched so many good shows that my friends were in. Like Shy did like a
Aw.
SNL like musical that, like, I sat on my bed at night watching. I was just like popcorn, like, this is good theater.
Aw.
Very
Yeah,
relaxing.
I wish we did do some streaming stuff, but we just don't. We don't have it in the
That's very fair.
budget.
I
What was
will,
I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, Will,
Yeah.
question from like 2 sessions ago. Do I get that hero point for coming up with my fun pan name?
Yeah, you do. You totally do.
Yeah! Excellent.
You totally get that.
Extra hero point.
I'm not going
Fuck
to
yeah.
steal that away from you. You deserve it. You've earned that hero point.
Yes.
Just like
All
our
right, so yeah.
chat has earned the ability to watch our amazing intro before the game starts because they've sat through us rambling for this long. Last time on the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls, our party continued to make their way through the Devil Hunter's domain. At the very bottom of it, they discovered the Devil Hunter's treasure vault after being told about a giant planet-sized devil that the Order had locked in the sun. Oh yeah, I forgot
Yes,
to
you
tell
do.
Maya about that.
I mean, I'm hearing it now.
Yeah, you're hearing it now. Upon entry into the vault, Captain Osklin, the new friend that the party had made, the space pirate friend, grabbed the Pact Breaker, a obsidian blade, and ran its butt across their hand, breaking the pact that his father gave him with a devil. Once that pact was broken, some change broke. Our party got a whole bunch of items. And then they proceeded to begin to leave, where they were met with the devil that Captain Osklund had made the deal with. Or at least a, what's the word? Employee. Someone who's like lower down. Lackey. Or at least the
Subordinate?
lackey. Yeah, subordinate. Minion.
I'm going to call all my trainees lackeys now.
There you go.
Goons.
But they worked, and our party dispatched with the devil. Ooh, that was alliteration. And was able to leave the devil hunter's domain safely. Corley returned to her ship, very glad to hopefully never see Vim again.
It was one time.
Poor baby.
He
didn't
only
even say it
threatened
to
to
her.
violently
Not
throw
in
her
front
out
of
the
her.
airlock.
It's
Why?
Not in front of her, and it was
conversation.
it was her captain's fault. So her captain delights in terrorizing her, not Vim.
You see,
He's
I'm
the bad
actually
guy.
Team Vim here.
He's the bad guy here.
what's it called when someone bends over backwards to justify something?
Reach.
Bend over-
Delusion?
Yeah.
Reaching?
Reaching.
I think delusion.
I mean, that's a lot of
We're
reaching
just
for
stating
Vim's
ours.
little bug nubs.
No, we're just stating factual aspects of the situation. That it's her captain's fault.
Chad's
Yeah.
very defensive about this, as you can see, Chad.
It's true though.
It is. It's very true.
I'm Team Chad here.
Oh my! Of course you'd be Team Chad. He was defending your character.
But he also did it in like a little cone of silence. It wasn't in front of her. It wasn't. It was an honest discussion between two people, and then it got.
It was about as
Announced in front
polite
of
as a
others.
threat on someone's life could possibly be.
Who you are in the dark, or who your bug nubs are in the dark.
My bug nubs know what you did in the
I'm
dark.
just saying that
Oh,
technically
that's the
Vim
name of
didn't
the
threaten
episode.
her.
That's the name of the episode, right there.
Or what your bug nubs did last summer.
The way Chad just disappeared.
I know
'cause
what
he's
your
laughing
I know what
so
your
hard.
nubs did last summer.
This lovely buggy nubs.
The bug nubs in the dark.
Oh man.
I'll come around to it. I'll come around to it.
When they're gone, everybody's gonna miss them.
Yep.
Where are the
You
bug
know,
nubs going?
I said that about Choco too, but that's not been allowed to happen yet, so you know.
Not gonna be a caterpillar forever.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like to imagine whatever your final form is will still have bug nubs.
McKenna's just like adding them to the drawing now.
Don't you put a little bug nub reaching up into the frame?
What are you gonna
With
do?
the dagger.
Fly out here and stop me?
Little bug nub
I'm
with a
literally
dagger.
just like, honestly, that should just be the image. It's just a bug nub with a dagger.
I feel like that would be like a really good
It's
emote.
honestly the most accurate token.
That could be a really good emote for our channel.
Yeah.
Bug nub with a
Bug
dagger.
nub with a dagger.
Bug nub with bug nub.
Bug
I don't
nub.
want bug nuggets. No, at
Bug nub,
McDonald's.
hoo-ha-ha.
The McNub.
McNubbick.
No!
Nub.
McNub. Deep fried Vim
Oh, actually, you know, that would probably taste pretty good, actually.
with Szechuan sauce. Yeah, I
Like,
can't talk.
not gonna lie. If
Don't summon
if-
that fan base here, William.
Tastes just
If
like
Rash-
chicken.
if Rash did not know Vim already and like had just met them in the wilderness, she might try.
That bodes well for the upcoming arcs. But that's what happened last time. Also, our party leveled up. They're now level 4 after 15 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, this one's going to be a bit of a slow burn. So, we're picking up with you all back on your ship. Veronique is just kind of there. It says along the lines of, all right, so you have what you need to pay off your bounty?
Yes. Well, I think we are now moving through the galaxy because we had taken off and are now traveling, I believe, where we left off, actually. Not to actually my own DM.
No, I'm actually me because my brain is mush lately and my notes might be wrong.
One of the little treasures that we got from the
oh right,
Devil
we
Hunter's
left off
domain
there.
Oh yeah.
My notes were wrong.
Was a Fey summoning crystal that we had just used to summon. You have the troublemaker trio down here.
I'm just meditating in my room.
Oh, I've been summoned. Oh, hello. It's so nice to meet you all. Oh. This like little pixie comes like flying around. Nice to meet you. Oh, and she like kind of like floats up to you and like shakes like your singular finger. She actually can get her whole hands around one of Vim's nubs and just kind of shakes the nub, and then like flies over to Evie. I don't know if you have fingers, so I'll just grab some.
I can make some salutations.
She just like does this. Oh, it's so nice to finally be summoned.
A question. How long do we have you for?
Until my task is done. Or until I die.
I have a question. What is your name?
My name is Peaceful Peace Blossom.
Hi, Peaceful Peace Blossom. My name is Luna, and this is Vim, and this is Evie.
We can't possibly
Experiment
be
3
related.
version 13, but Evie also works. It's shorter.
It's a big Feywild.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. I love your ears. They're so fluffy. And she like goes and like sits in one of them. And like her voice inside of her ear is like, oh.
Are you okay, Luna?
Yes. I'm trying to be very still.
No, it's fine. And she flies out.
Okay.
So what can I do for all you? You summoned me, so I must answer the call of the calling. Yay! And she like flows around all over the place.
I think I'm making a dark and terrible mistake.
And from now on,
I think you've made a very
will come
sparkly...
to your beck and call whenever you need me. Consider me at your side for life. And she flies beside Vim.
This is wonderful.
Is that what you would call this?
Yes. How did you get in the shiny rock?
My soul was tied to that rock many moons ago. By a
How many moons?
very angry man.
Oh,
But
he does not
man.
sound nice.
He was a bard. He went to a party that I was going to. He caught me while he was there, and then he tied me to the stone so he could summon me for my pixie magic whenever he wanted.
Bards do like to party.
I am sorry you were conscripted into the service of this bard without your say-so.
It is fine. Ko the Great saved me.
How long were you... Sorry, are you tied to the crystal directly, or do you...
Yes, it creates a
reside
sort
within
of
it?
pocket dimension inside of it for me. I just kind of live in there. It's like a big empty island that just floats on for eternity. I've not had anyone to talk to for hundreds of thousands of years. Yay!
Oh dear.
Well, now
I'm
you have
sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 people to talk to.
Yay! It's so much better than the voices in my head.
Ah,
We get you hot meal soon.
That does put a damper. We were hoping to ask you questions about the Feywild and potential residents there.
I mean,
Actually,
I knew
that
some
might
people.
be right. It might be a little better for certain questions. We would kind of need someone that was around a long time ago to know about things like me, wouldn't we?
Yes, you're an
along-
Opteran.
Oh, okay. I was thinking a long time ago, but perhaps not hundreds of thousands of years ago.
I have no idea how they all.
All of the Opterans were devoured when the Feywild became the Feydark for a short time. The Hogba ate many of them.
Fucking Hogba.
Buck Hogba. Maya, you don't.
Not at all.
We have a history.
We have a history.
Okay.
Is this something?
History check for Rash.
Is this something I should be putting on my list?
Yes. Well, I suppose our first question would be, how familiar are you with hags, and specifically an individual that goes by the name of Mother Myrtle?
Mother Myrtle's not a hag.
What?
What is
Oh,
a
so
Mother
you-
Myrtle?
Do you know Mother Myrtle?
Yes, she's the mother of all naiads.
Don't know what that is.
Are we talking about the same person? This is who I am talking about, and I hold up the picture of her and Teletio and Myark and point to her.
The pixie,
Don't worry about these two clowns. We're talking about this one.
the pixie makes a snarling face. Oh, time was not kind to her.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, peaceful! Not so peaceful anymore!
What can I say? I may be a peace blossom, but I do thrive in the shade.
Oh, I like her.
I don't like this anymore.
I like to think that Peace Blossom spent like 100,000 years just watching reruns of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Just like trying to come up with snappy one-liners, but having no one to say them to.
Been sitting on that one for
I thought that,
eons.
I thought that was very good.
It was.
I mean, peace blossoms do thrive, and they're a shade flower too, so that actually makes sense from like a
Peace
botanical
blossom.
stat.
What kind of food do you like? Because Rash could probably make it.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I don't. Ever since I've been tied to this crystal, I've not have to eat. It's kind of a bonus.
Well,
like
do you have, how you say, restrictions on food?
No, I pretty much eat anything except for other fey creatures. That would be cannibalism.
Excellent. All right.
There's this group of like
Wait, would it?
yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Vim, what are you planning to eat?
No, it's just.
The
It's
Fae
just
are
a
many
good.
boughs from the same family tree.
That's depressing.
So what else do you know about Mother Myrtle?
Well,
besides
she-
the fact that she is...
She
you said
was the mother of all naiads.
Naiads.
Naiads with an N, the water nymphs.
Oh.
Fun fact. My name is a water nymph.
Yes.
In real life.
She summoned and took care of them for many thousands of years. Every
Ooh.
time she would cry tears of joy or sadness, a new naiad would be born.
Do I get the impression that this is a folktale or fact?
Make me a history check.
Gladly.
You really can't tell.
Yeah.
This would be like ancient Feywild history, so it's not really like something you're read up on. She does
Yeah.
continue though. Yes, there was a yearly festival where we would produce different Fey shows and theater for her to create more naiads.
So you intentionally make her cry, yes?
With tears of joy and laughter, or sometimes sadness if it was a tragedy.
Interesting.
In a pinch, you could kick her in the shins. That hurts and can make people cry.
She was a very
And
large
people.
lady, like height-wise comparatively to myself, About, your old size, well, minus that one. She points to Vim. Oh! And she just flies and lands on Vim's head. I miss Upterran beds. They were so comfy.
Upterran beds?
Yes, the little would carry
You
us
made
around.
beds out of them?
Yes, they would carry us around on their heads.
Oh, so this is a
Okay,
symbiotic relationship and not you killing Octerans and turning them into...
No, why would I kill them? They're adorable. Look at this one.
I agree.
He is very cute.
Yes.
I'm worried.
Although
that this
very
is-
stabby. Not that that's a drawback at all.
Yes, that's why.
I think it adds to his
It's a
cuteness
perk.
factor.
That's why many of us slept on their heads. They would protect us from angry fae beasts.
A nub shaking in his satchel, stopping himself from bringing the dagger out.
He's just got like a stress ball that he's like
Shaking
squeezing
knob.
the eyes out of.
Shaking bugged up.
Well, Vim, do you have any questions for Peace Blossom about Mother Myrtle?
I thought I would, but now I don't know because what she's saying doesn't track at all. And
Oh, did your mother
I-
Myrtle not like to go swimming?
it's not that, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how memorable all these stories were because she didn't tell me about any of that.
Well, I mean, people have their secrets, Vim. You can't expect everyone to tell you everything.
That seems like a very prominent thing to not bring up for someone that tells a lot of stories.
Well, you said she was a hag. So if it was maybe painful, the transition from becoming a naiad to a hag, maybe she doesn't want
Or
to share those.
maybe it wasn't painful because
You know,
she was
Vim,
better.
I feel
and-
like you're
I don't like the way you say that word.
I feel like you're drastically undercutting the emotional weight of a change of that level.
I think that I don't like the way you say that word, and I
Vim?
don't. No.
Which word?
Hag.
Hey,
I don't know. There's a little extra something to it when you
What?
say it, and I don't like it.
well, hags are very mean. They act very much like you are acting right now. Vindictive
Vim,
and
get up,
angry.
oh.
I'm sorry.
Blossom.
You're the one
You're being so mean to
D4
me,
for
Vim.
insulting.
D4 for burn damage?
You're the one insulting
Vim, you're
right
being
now.
so
You're-
mean to me.
I think there is missing context here, which is that Peace Blossom, Mother Myrtle is a very important person to Vim, and saying things like she hasn't aged well or is a hag, and Evie says it in like quotingly derogatory way. Might insult and upset Vim, and I think that is perhaps the context that you are missing for this conversation and why he is reacting the way that he is.
Well, why isn't Vim more emotionally available and aware and just saying that?
I said that I didn't like the way you said that, and I'm saying, you know what?
Vim,
What
that's
is this
something that
conversation?
that's something that we can work on together.
I feel like I'm being gaslit right now.
Did this shady fairy just offer to be Vim's therapist?
I'm losing my mind.
What else do you know about hags?
I know that hags are very wicked and cruel creatures. Many of them prey on lesser fae,
Evie immediately regrets asking.
slowly stealing their
Wow.
essence and draining it from them in order to increase their own lifespans.
Well, maybe
In addition
some
to
of
that,
these fae had it coming.
they make many deals that often have underhanded tendencies. Yes, I will cure your wife of sickness, but I will then put you in a box for 30 years.
That seems
Well,
oddly specific.
If you
Yeah.
lay the terms out ahead of time and someone agrees to it, then the deal's the deal.
I still
It's
feel
not-
like that's unnecessarily cruel, don't you?
You can
Honestly,
always not take
Yes,
the deal.
I would not like to be in a box for 30 years.
I'm a little bit with Vim on this one. If you have choice in matter, then you can just say no.
I am also of the understanding that hags are not the only individuals in the Feywild that enjoy a making deals or tricks that may
I know
cost
that the
Of
devils
course.
do that because they did that
Yes,
to us.
there are also many of greater Fae who like doing such a thing.
And devils.
And devils, but those are not Fae. Devils are, I'm
Wait,
not going to say
what
lower,
if
but like
the
they are
hags
lower
are
species, not because of like them
devils?
being a different species, but because they
Yes,
just
but because
reside
of the
Yeah,
arrangement
lower
of
in the
the
nine
understanding.
hells.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I'm starting to see a lot more about what's going on here.
Every time you do that, I just picture the whole little bug go wait.
Just like bending like a little Gumby creature.
She laughs at me doing
Gumby.
that. Oh, Viv, you look like one of those stands outside of a carriage dealership.
Son of a.
The vicious mockery.
Yeah, he's gonna desperately try to get this conversation back on track and just be like, how much do you know about dream magic?
Dream magic. Not much.
Sweet commonality. Well, that does imply that you know something, even if it is just a little.
Well, I know that you can sometimes give people nightmares. You can sometimes talk to people in dreams, but anything more than just basic dream magic. I was a waking pixie, not a sleeping one.
I was not aware that there were two different categories
There are
of
many
pixie.
different types of pixie. There are worker pixies, there are elemental pixies.
A waking pixie. So what does that entail?
Well, does your culture have a sandman?
Sandman. Well, you tell me, Will, does it?
I mean, yeah, there's probably a like the premise of like the Sandman putting people to sleep. Those
I
are
put people to sleep.
those are
What
pixies.
class and race would the Sandman be?
They would be a pixie. They would be a sleeping pixie.
This might be my favorite character you've ever made.
The sleeping pixies, they each have like butterfly wings on their backs, and they can give people either pleasant dreams or nightmares depending on which sack they use from their dust.
My goal is to
Got
get
two
Will to do
sacks.
this voice
They
the
got two
entire
sacks.
stream.
Yes, they have a purple one for good dreams and a black one for
Got a
bad
purple sack.
dreams.
Oh, but if it is dark, do they not get those two mixed up? Because sometimes
No,
people
they
look
have
the
dark
same at
vision.
night.
Although there are some pixies who have some form of color blindness who make it very difficult.
Oh
Okay, this is bleeding into real life now, Will.
How much longer would you like me to be here for?
Forever.
I would like you to be here forever. You are a new friend.
Why would you say something like that
Because it is
without
true.
thinking it?
I do not think about many things before I say them, Bim.
no. Do you have any connection
voice.
to the Feywild currently? Would you be able to travel
Go
back
back?
there if you needed to?
I do not know.
Oh,
You want to
could
try?
to safely visit there? But if there is danger, you should come back.
I will certainly try.
Mostly. Oh, wait. The purpose for this is we would like you to gather information for us, specifically about the things that I have asked you about so far, which is Mother Myrtle, dream magic, and hags.
And maybe more of an objective report. You know, a little
Yes,
more
the information.
a little more unbiased.
I mean, there's going to be natural bias, but sure.
I'm sure we can extrapolate any meaning from beyond.
I
That's
will-
what we're looking for information on.
I can do
and-
that. Maybe if I can get to the Feywild, I can try.
That would be amazing.
All right, let me try. Am I in the Feywild? Nope. Nope. Oh, it doesn't appear as though I can go while I'm tied to this crystal.
Can we break it?
Yes, if you were to destroy the crystal, it would free me from the contract.
Darius has a hammer, but Darius
What
is in
was your
another room.
contract? What was your contract again?
It was binding me to the crystal for eternity.
Yes, but what was the deal that you made?
My life.
For what?
For not being killed.
You said contract, no?
The deal
Yes.
is
Oh,
that
I
the
see,
bard,
I see.
The deal is that the bard does
I
not
see.
kill her, and she serves him for forever.
That's a raw deal.
What then is the consequence for releasing you from this? Because if you have been alive for hundreds of thousands of years as part of your connection to this crystal, and we break the
I would assume I
crystal?
would begin to age
Oh,
normally.
I have a question
but then I
actually.
would still have
When was
thousands of years because I'm a fae.
Risk will
when
just
was
have
the
to
last time? When was the last time this bard summoned you?
It was not long after the Astral City was collapsed.
And not after that?
No. Apparently,
I see.
some people may have hunted him down, I suppose, afterwards.
I see no problem with releasing. It seems like the deal has long since expired.
Oh, then we should go bother Darius and get his hammer.
I am concerned that breaking this curse will outright kill you.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Me too.
I am picturing now the Luma from the Mario movie, who's just like the sweet release of death is the only.
There's a Luma in the Mario movie?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
You gotta see it.
The
It's
sweet
good.
release of death is the only escape.
Oh
I
boy.
agree.
There you go, Rose.
You take risks in experiments in the things you do, right, Evie?
We do. As long as the individual is aware of the risks involved, then I have no issue proceeding. I just wanted to make her aware of those risks so that she was not eagerly anticipating her newly found freedom and only to be met with
The
the
sweet
end.
release of death.
Yes.
Surprise death?
Okay, then let's smash the crystal. Darius! Putter, 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 putter. Darius!
I'll
Darius.
put out some candles.
Were you
Yes.
pretending to be asleep?
No,
Oh, Darius,
I
we
don't
need you
do
to-
that.
We need you to come with your hammer.
Oh, interested? I'll be right there.
Okay.
Wait, is it like blasphemy for him to destroy things?
I do not think so. But I also do not know what that means.
I mean, many things you need to break down in order to make something new.
You know what? If he's hesitant, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Has Darius
Does Darius
emerged?
come back with the hammer?
He kind of summons himself a little bit before he opens the door.
Hi,
Like-
Darius.
Curious. What is it you need, friends?
We are going to smash this and see what happens.
I have several questions.
Oh, this will free the little fairy friend. Her name is Peace Blossom.
Hello,
It will free her
Darius.
from a contract that has. She's been trapped for like a really
Thousands of
long
years.
time.
I would
This will free
immediately.
her.
Unlimited cosmic power, teeny tiny living space.
I would immediately like to turn to look at this little fairy thing
Hello.
and do just kind of an immediate insight check to see if there's like murderous intent behind their eyes. Like, soon I will be free, and then I will, make these all.
Make me an insight check.
Actually, a really solid call. I'd like to do the same thing.
Well, I didn't get a good roll.
They seem good. They seem nice. They seem like a very happy, peppy little thing.
I mean-
I'm gonna roll as well.
I'm usually more of building things with the hammer, but destruction
Sorry.
is a part
Let
of
me
a
make
cycle.
that a straight roll. Hang on.
Oh,
Let me
if you
make that a
got-
straight
You got
roll.
a 10, it's fine.
Are we sure? Are we sure this is what we want to do though? Because I imagine there's no going back from this if it succeeds.
I think I do not want to have her captive.
I agree that is a noble goal. People should be free.
Free will. Yes. I remember free will is important.
Free will.
There was a famous autonomous unit, I think, that it said at one point that freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
I dreamed a dream.
That's words.
Perhaps what we can do is draw up a new contract for the breaking of this crystal. In return, you will not harm any of us.
I will not
and we'll
harm
go
any
on.
of you, and I will go collect that information and send it back to you. Of course, that's the least I could do.
Yeah, that seems like
Yeah.
a good deal, yeah?
Can you break
Agreed.
the crystal, Darius?
Did you want some
please?
food for the trip?
Oh,
Because
I'm good.
Rashko.
I have. I'm certainly happy to oblige. Concern. Perhaps we should just go down to the cargo hold to make sure we have as much space as possible. And
I mean, it's a very small crystal. She just points to it. It's like this big.
Oh, she is a very small pixie.
yes, but
In case there is
Cautious.
an explosion.
Oh, fair enough.
magic doesn't necessarily obey laws of physics, and if I recall correctly from reading from a book I found once, some of the largest explosions known to sentient races come from simply splitting particles of matter in half.
Yes.
And those are so small we can't even see them. So, I'm just saying.
I
So,
do not understand, but okay.
She picks up the crystal and starts carrying it down towards the cargo hold.
yeah. But at this point, I think Darius has probably rigged up some sort of like rope so he can lower himself down into the cargo hold.
The ship has an elevator for you.
God, that seems like such a waste of time.
No, the ship will have to do it.
I'm just picturing this like cat centaur in an elevator with like.
I know, right? The music.
I'm remembering the goddamn elevators from Mass Effect. Like, I'm going down like one level of the ship. Why is this taking this long? Goddamn secret loading screens. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually, because me remembering literally in my life the one time I tried to break a piece of obsidian into smaller pieces. If you ever try to do that, do this. Get a sock, put the rock inside the sock, and then hit it with the hammer, because you do not want shards of sharp stone flying all over the place. I don't have socks because I don't wear socks.
It would not be the worst thing. I have died before.
I find I probably have like some sort of cloth or something I use to like clean my tools or something. So
Rash is gonna try to, next time she's sitting down with her knitting supplies, she's gonna knit Darius some socks.
Keep in mind there are, they're not big because he's not like a hunting cat, but there are claws on those.
You say it might.
I mean, yeah, but
You say your claws might give Rash pause when making the socks.
I was not saying that in character,
yeah.
so no.
I was gonna say none of this I say out loud. She makes
Yeah.
a little note in her head.
I don't
All
know
right,
about
so
you, but I'm gonna feel a lot more.
I'm gonna
feelings
wrap the-
to do this.
I'm gonna wrap the crystal in cloth or something.
Yes.
I'm gonna raise the hammer.
All right.
I'm gonna do glance at the fairy one more time and try and do another insight check.
She looks very
16.
excited to be free.
All right, and I'm just gonna say a brief prayer to the spark of creation. Just an endless cycle. Destruction leads to creation, and ever onwards to newer and better things. And bring the hammer down on the crystal.
As you break the crystal, it shatters in your sock rag.
It's just a rag. It's
Your
not a
rag.
sock rag.
Your rag, and as it does, the pixie looks at you, begins glowing much brighter, and says, "Foolish mortals, you have free." I'm just kidding. I'll go to the Feywild and get you that information now. Toodles.
Oh, goodbye.
I would like to open the rag now and see if the crystal has like just turned to like utter dust or
is-
evaporated.
It is residuum.
Oh. So
If
I'm
you
going
were
to carefully
Yeah.
package that up. What would be the unit of measurement of residuum? A handful? A pinch?
It would be, I think this would be 30 gold worth of residual.
All right, I'm
So
just going to
basically,
add
you
that.
can put this towards creating a magical item.
Yeah, residuum, I believe, is like a stand-in for any sort of crafting materials to the value that it's worth.
Yeah, it's a thing from 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons, which I really liked. That I just house rule into stuff.
I mean, it shows up in a certain other famous campaign quite prominently.
Anyway, I'm glad I do not have to do that voice for some time now.
Yes.
Boo.
No offense, Will. It's a little grating on me, at least.
I thought it was
like her.
hilarious.
I love it.
I was a little worried
think
for
this
your
might
voice.
be one of your most interesting character voices thus far.
God.
I think she's funny.
Just the high pitch, shady pixie. The NPC whose
Shady
notes
lady.
the NPC whose notes are, and I quote, nail salon pixie.
Mm.
I also just love that you somewhat accidentally stumbled on an actual Shakespearean fairy.
I have read for a long time until like last year, because I was kind of sad last year and didn't want to do it. I had read Shakespeare's complete works every summer, so it's probably just ingrained in my brain.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I do Midsummer like constantly.
One day I will get to be in the Tempest.
Theatrical?
I'll be a very, very happy.
Yeah.
man. But
We just did a gig actually.
I've always wanted
Hell
to
is
do the
empty,
Tempest.
and all the devils are here.
I've always wanted to do the Tempest. Actually, in League, if you go to like the very beginning of League, there is a episode. There's like a short arc where our party went to a theater and there was a murder at the theater. And the play that's based off of is like an adaptation of one of our characters' backstories, but kind of mixed together with the Tempest.
That's fun.
I do love the Tempest.
And so, like, the ending monologue that, like, the actress who played her read, I actually wrote it out for Abby to read, is, like, a edited version of the monologue from the Tempest for Corellia instead of Prospero.
Ooh.
It was very cool.
That's fun.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Will being a bit of a Shakespeare nerd aside. Anyway. But yeah.
Inside jokes about names.
Veronique just, like, looks and says, is the mosquito gone?
That was a sentient living person.
I mean, mosquitoes can be sentient and living. That was very loud and squeaky.
Are mosquitoes loud and squeaky where you're from?
If you know how to speak to them, yes.
Do you know how to speak to a mosquito?
Yes, you can speak to insects, animals.
I suppose that is true.
Well, regardless of her status as an insect or as a fae, she is off to the Feywild to collect some information for us.
Well, that's good.
I
Have fun with that.
don't suppose you've ever been to the Feywild.
Not technically speaking, but there are a number of creatures from the Feywild that make their way to the hunting grounds from time to time. Some of them enjoy the chase. There is a couple of greater Fae who are quite enamored with the god that I worshipped. Apparently she was at a party, and then the two of them, she brought two of them together, and then they've begun to return the favor in the future, is my understanding.
Interesting. You have not actually spoken a lot about the god that you worship.
She is a hunter. It is that she is simple. Hunter, the thrill of the hunt, the game. That's the side of it that I worship. There is another side that is a little bit more, how do I say this without being smited? Hedonistic.
Oh, interesting.
That is largely not why I participate. I participate for the hunt and the sport, not the hunt and the sport, and she kind of winks.
Evie, not understanding, just goes,
I should like to learn more about this god.
I apologize. That was a bit of a double entendre, Evie. I know you don't do well with those.
Evie kind of balks at that, and I was like, no, I understood.
Did you?
Oh, good.
Hold
Maybe
on,
you
hold
can
on.
explain it to me later.
Fair enough.
Yes, I understood.
Fair enough.
And she believes that I understood.
Yeah. Well, you don't get to make that call.
is her passive perception higher than a 20?
You don't know. You rolled a 20.
Not this natural 19.
At the end of this campaign, this is going to be the first question McKenna asks me: is did Veronique believe Evie? She's going to write it down. It's going to be hilarious. Yeah, she just kind of sits there. So I believe that's your bounty taken care of, though, at the very least.
Oh, yes. So it is not on our heads anymore?
Yes.
Well, we still need to go to Helio.
Yes. Once we make our way back to the Marred Poppy system, I'll take my leave there. I think I can trust you all to get this paid off, and I'll go in and I'll get the paperwork started for getting those bounties taken down for you all.
Excellent, thank you.
No worries.
Yes.
I will be grateful not to have that on my head anymore.
I'm happy to help you all. As much as it would have been fun to hunt you, I am glad that I got to form a little bit of a relationship with each of you.
Great.
Although I am worried about the influence some of you have had on Eris. She's taken to trying to stab things. It looks over to Vin.
I didn't give her a
Delightful.
knife. If you gave her a knife, that kind of sounds like your fault.
Delightful. Well, that is good. No, she's going to be bounty hunter. She needs to learn how to fight with various weapons.
Yeah, she'll be getting bigger soon. If she's anything like her mother, she'll begin growing at quite a rapid rate.
Oh, I'm going to pull something out and present it. I don't want to presume to put it on. I've made a little tool belt for the Dargan.
The Dargan.
The dragon.
Aw. Yeah, they will like shimmy into
I
it.
didn't even need to use a ritual for that. It's just a simple little thing with pouches.
Yeah, she'll just kind of shimmy into it.
Cute.
Oh, that's very precious.
Do you
I imagine
have
you may find other uses for it, but I always found it's useful if you're building or crafting things to have the occasional little doodad and pieces on hand.
Do you have any interest in sailing with us, possibly to go after Valduke Orly?
I don't think Eris could quite handle that yet. I'm actually planning on taking her to our next stop. We want to do a little bit of bounty hunting, and then there's a few other divine domains that I was asked to take her to visit.
What are in these divine domains?
Gods and their followers.
So just people, or?
I mean, people, structures that the gods have used their divine power to build, that type of thing. I've been told to take her to a few domains and introduce her to her grandparents.
Her grandparents?
Yes, I suppose the people who traveled with her mother's party.
Interesting.
Wouldn't they be really old?
Well, they're gods now, is my understanding.
Mm.
Oh, so you are taking her to meet... Is it the god that you worship?
Oh, no. I'm taking her to meet the friends of the god that I worship, I suppose.
Well, that is exciting.
Yes.
You can just do that?
I mean, if you know where the domains are and you have a key, yes. Let's see. And she opens up a bag. The next one I actually have an item attuned to the plane, and she pulls out this beautiful looking witch's hat. It's actually, it's quite nice, and she puts it on. Not quite my style, but it is attuned to the next domain that we're visiting. She puts it back in the bag. And closes the bag.
So whose domain is that?
A god of fate.
Huh.
And luck.
Interesting.
I forgot about the luck part.
A little Adenia?
And then
We'll have a bit of
after,
Denia.
after that, we're taking for her to some training in another domain. God of combat and snakes.
It's a weird thing to be a god of.
I do not like snakes.
That is understandable, Luna.
Good to know.
I think was that a Luna I don't like it or a Rose I don't
both.
like it.
It is both.
How did you play a whole campaign with Zolam?
I didn't know it was that much trouble.
I honestly, I pictured him with legs.
Some of the scenes get real weird.
Yep.
Well, that scaled well. Moving on.
Oh, the payoff coming like 2 years later. If you do not think that taking on Valduke Orly is something that you and Eris are capable of...
It is not something that I would be incapable of, but I fear for the child. If that makes sense.
What do you think our prospects are?
Would you like me to be honest with you?
I would be upset if you were
yes.
dishonest because it might get us in trouble.
I would say not great.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah, of course, like, you're all becoming stronger. But
Preparation time for this revenge.
Hear me out. Valduke Orly is a pirate captain, which means that they have a pirate crew. On top of that, they're related to someone who is considered the pirate king of the Astral Sea, as we have discovered. So, you know, it's sort of like a kill the hornet, poke the nest, right? Like... Now, granted, it seems like Osklin doesn't have much love for their family, so they might be willing to help you out. And, did you all tell, Veronique about what you saw down there?
I don't see why not.
And if what that tableau you saw is true, then, I mean, it might be easy to reason that the Orlays might be connected to that devil in some way, so it would be a sort of scaling up enemy to go towards, but, you know.
So you're saying that we should also train?
I'm saying that you should take some time, maybe do like some mercenary work. I mean, honestly, you could probably ask Helio for some. They would probably give it to you in a heartbeat. And maybe do a little bit of mercy work, gang some strength, gang some more allies, and then go from there. I mean, I have Ascending Stone, and I can just... And she kind of taps it to that, like, slate that Osklin gave you. That should allow you to contact me now in the future if you ever need anything.
Excellent.
Rash cracks her neck, and she's just like, could always use a good workout.
Yes.
It would be some beautiful revenge to not just take him out, take his king out, take his devil out, just wipe out levels of his...
If you are going to take on a devil the size of a planet, I am going to tell you now, you will need to spend some time preparing for that and perhaps coming stronger.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all preparation. They're all steps to the plan.
Vim, just as a heads up, I have confidence in my skills. I cannot make you a knife big enough to stab a devil the size of a planet.
Yet. But we'll get you there.
Yet. I like yet.
Imagine what you could create with the remnants of a devil the size of a planet.
Rose, unlimited Vim works.
I mean, if they are a planet-sized thing, there would be a great deal of resources in there, I imagine, though I can't say for certain what, if any, it would affect the devilness would have on the materials. It's an interesting question. Curious.
Could make for some good magical weaponry.
I would be concerned it would make for some cursed magical weaponry, but...
I mean,
listen, that can be good too.
Regardless, it would be one hell of a weapon.
You stay out of this.
Could it talk?
Maybe. I mean, imparting sentience onto an item is surprisingly easy. You just have to, give a little bit of your own personality and magic into it.
Don't need that.
Did you know that, sword friend?
Yes, I believe I have a certain amount of a number of personalities of my wielders mixed into me.
Am I in there?
I believe so.
Okay.
I think yours is what allows me to be optimistic in times of great trouble.
Oh.
Okay.
Vim rubs his crossbow. I've got enough voices for the both of us. We're good.
Well, if you are going to train somewhere, do you have any objection to us coming with you for that training? Is that something that we would be allowed to do?
I mean, if that interested you at all. Like I said, it would be simply training. It wouldn't be anything flashy or fun.
Personally, I'm not against doing more mercenary work.
Some real danger. That'll really, get blood flowing, really
and I will
amp
say,
things up.
The mercenary work
also ups the funds.
In the Marred Poppy system doesn't necessarily have to be crime. There is a lot of legal work. As much as a crime lord as Helio technically is, a lot of the stuff they do is on the up and up.
You gotta have fronts. Sometimes fronts are profitable.
Yeah, a certain amount of, above board work. As to
somebody who has a lot of family, a lot of them are in gig work, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, we could do some of this gig work. But first we should probably...
If it is a good idea, then I am for it.
Oh, you two are adorable. Do you know that?
I know I don't necessarily have the real hand on the rudder, so to speak, for the group, but if I'm humbly may request if we could be a little selective if we do go the mercenary route. It may sound a tad naive, but if we could maybe fight the good fight,
Darius, I don't think, other than Vim, I don't think anyone would really be interested in doing anything illegal for work on this ship. No offense, Vim. Maybe Rash.
I was gonna say, does Rash roll for deception?
Not every good fight is legal.
Actually, I don't think Rash would try to hide it. Never mind.
I'm not.
She thinks.
I'm just saying. I would feel bad if I did not voice this. I'm not saying that I believe the group will immediately latch on to the most profitable venture, regardless of the morality of it. I'm just saying that I feel that I need to voice these concerns. That's all.
That is understandable. I have no specific issue with doing things that are not legal. It is simply a matter of I don't want another bounty on all of us. I mean, we could do bounty hunting.
Yes. I do not care if it is legal, as long as we are doing the right thing.
Concerned, our own recent experience, I think, has also proven that bounty hunting specifically could result in unfortunate things because, as we ourselves have proven, not every person who has a bounty placed upon them is guilty. The system is not perfect.
It sounds like we would have to be selective either way.
Yes.
The system is terrible. As somebody who still is a proud veteran, the system sucks.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah.
There are certain systems that work well. Mostly, I'll admit, ones that don't involve people and choices. Like the systems I use in forging things work very well, but those are more like plans or recipes almost.
Darius,
formulas and blueprints are greatly different from forms of government.
Darius, curiosity, do you find that you find yourself understanding blueprints and schematics more easily than you do people?
I mean, I won't deny it very potentially. I've spent a good deal of time thinking about this, because I've had a good amount of time to think on my far wander. I people are quite complex. They come front loaded with history that I know nothing about, with their own thoughts, their own viewpoints. It's just it's a lot condensed into every single person, and every single person is different. But blueprints, for the most part, are kind of a universal language. There are techniques I haven't learned necessarily, but those are all solvable problems.
I purely ask because I know a friend who thinks very similarly to you, and you reminded me of them some, and this just added to it. That's all.
I apologize if I made anyone uncomfortable.
No, you made me nostalgic.
I mean, it's not as if there's anything wrong with having a better understanding of blueprints and formulas than you have of people.
Yes.
Right?
I'll also admit, possibly because of my own upbringing, there is an element of the divine to me in blueprints. It is almost like I've heard it described by other people in my order as almost sort of following music. The beating of the hammer, the crafting of parts fitting together is like music or poetry, they say. I don't necessarily see it that way myself, but I understand the feeling they are attempting to convey.
Fair enough. Anyway, I'm going to go and start getting packed up in my little space that I took over.
I'm going to return to my meditations.
Yes.
You have fun with your fake nap.
As you open the door, Eris is just in your room, flying around.
My room?
Yeah.
Cute.
You know, maybe
And she just like as you sit down, Eris kind of like flies down and like curls up next to you.
Pet.
It's like a cooling blanket. It's like slightly colder, but like not uncomfortably. It's just like comfy.
We will be calm and contemplative together.
Cute. Unless anyone has anything else they'd like to do over the days of travel, we can go to you all making it to the Marred Poppy system.
Does anyone need anything made? Fixed?
No, but I will say in the time it takes us to get to the Marred Poppy system, Rash goes and knocks on Darius's door after a couple days, like maybe 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, probably one day.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, Darius, you in there?
This time he's actually sleeping.
Knocks louder.
One moment. Comes to the door. He's wearing like a long shirt that is sort of like cut along the sides, so a big part of it can like hang down to almost the knees of his front legs.
I was just imagining Darius in like an old timey like
a nightgown, like a sleeping gown.
Except it's like longer along the back than the front. Centaur clothes are weird.
Rash looks at her watch. She's just like, what the heck? It's nearly high noon. What are you doing still in bed?
No, I was up late working on some plans. I was having a nap.
Oh, well.
The days sort of bleed together sometimes when we're out here, and I don't have much to do around the ship.
This is true. But this may help you with your Nutson. And she hands him 4 cozy knit socks made of that like really plush sort of yarn.
Rash, as you are handing these items to Darius,
the kitten's mittens.
Darius, you hear a voice in your head. It is Nito. Darius, going to be heading to unexplored Astral Sea with current charger. Has a odd magic field. Should only be a few days. Will continued, and then couple seconds later, send another sending once we are out to perhaps see where we are both at and maybe catch up for a short time. Love you.
I greatly appreciate the forewarning regarding silence. Please be a little less reckless than usually are. Would love to meet up. Love you more. That's probably not as many words but I don't need to use them all.
Yeah, as Rash, if you want, you can make a perception check.
All right, it was in my head.
No,
Will,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. Can I get... You said it's blank and then continued, and I didn't catch what you said before you launched into this ending. I couldn't...
The name?
I didn't catch whether it was a name or not.
Oh, yes, it was a name. It's Nito.
Nito.
Interesting.
Nito, dude. Or like...
Like NYTO.
Let's see.
Gotcha.
What? All right, let's see my perception. My passive perception is only a 13, so
okay,
I'm
so
gonna roll it.
we'll use your passive.
Well, I was gonna roll it.
Oh, that's
otherwise.
Roll your perception.
Did you want me to roll it, or did
Yeah,
you want me to use my
roll
passive?
your perception. I'm just curious. Yeah, you noticed Darius pause for a moment before taking the stuff, but I'll let you read that from what you may.
Okay. Can I make an insight check to see what the pause may have been about?
If you want.
$17. What does that get me?
Deep in thought. Maybe.
All right.
Like, Darius likes to take time before they speak, right? So there might be just like
Okay.
trying to figure out a good response.
So I was like, oh, well, it is only a gift code deck. If you don't want to use it, that is absolutely okay. But they are very warm for your paws and for your hands, and they will also. I made the what's the word I'm looking for? The netting wide enough that you can slip your claws in between if you need to.
Grateful. I appreciate both the thought, the time, and the craftsmanship. It is a wonderful gift. Thank you.
There you are. And she hands them to them. Just for flavor, Will, these socks, Rash wouldn't be able to do anything about it because Rash herself is not magical, but she used that knitting pattern that she found a while ago that gives an AC +1 if you have magic to work it in.
Fair enough.
But
also, I just realized that Darius is a orange-colored catfolk.
He dislikes the first day of the solar week.
Yeah.
But does enjoy a
Lasagna.
layered pasta dish.
yeah, Rash makes him pasta cake on the daily.
Pasta cake.
Pasta cake.
Pasta.
That's exactly what it is.
Pasta parfait.
That's what it is.
Pasta cake. Oh God.
I, Matthew, don't actually like lasagna too much, honestly.
I love lasagna.
lasagna.
But Matthew, it's pasta cake. You love cake.
Pasta cake.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not going to get into it right now.
Okay.
Apples and oranges.
Otherwise.
Yeah, that's for flavor.
Otherwise, a few days pass, and you make it back to the Marred Poppy system. You're able to dock in. You're able to dock at the Perdrome, and I leave it to you all how you want to go about this.
To the nightclub?
Yeah, go into the nightclub.
Oh, goody.
Before we begin, humbly, I was just going to ask, does the rest of the party intend on partaking of any alcohol again?
Oh, very
Most
much
likely.
so.
Absolutely.
Okay,
What
just
are
so
we
I am
out, perhaps?
forewarned.
Maybe we
You are forewarned by
hand
the
out
nice mittens that
bounty first.
Rash made you.
Well, I don't know how cold or warm is the station. I don't want to get overheated.
We
So-
will drink after our meeting with Helio.
Very good idea.
So
As soon as they walk in, Rash goes right up to the bar.
yeah, as you're coming in, that it's the same bartender. He kind of like just looks down. Hi, Rash. Good to see you again. Glad that you're all back.
Oh, hello. Hello, Mishka. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing quite well. I hope you're doing better. I hope you were all successful in finding stuff to pay off. Do you want me to ring Helio and see if they're available?
We would love that.
All right, give me a moment. And they kind of just like turn to the bar and they just type some stuff in. Yeah, they have an opening right now. Do you want me just to send you up your usual?
I would love that, Mishka.
Perfect.
And
Oh, here. I have something new that I'd like your friend Evie to try.
Evie,
Yes.
Evie, come
I
here, darling.
Float up to the bar.
Yep. And he hands you this like very tall drink that has different layers of different color liqueur, but it's been like slightly turned into like a slushy. It's like, I think so with the effect that happened with the last time drink I made you, I kind of want to see this.
What is this bartender's name again?
They've actually never told you their name. Like in their years of working with you, they've just been your bartender.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know that he likes to keep it that
Schmitty.
way. There's like a certain
This-
level
Okay.
of like professionalism that he likes to keep separate.
This was the guy that was here before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought this would look interesting inside of you. And he,
You warn you.
Weird thing to say.
and
Evie
Luna.
doesn't catch it.
Not at all.
Mhm.
Not at all.
Rash does.
Luna gets a carrot cocktail.
Not a carrot cocktail. Because she's a bunny rabbit.
She is actually a Luna Prime, whatever that is. I changed her race on my sheet from bunny person to Luna Prime.
Luna Prime.
Amazing.
I
Amazing.
will warn you, I think my hypothesis is that all of these colors are going to mix into kind of a brownish, purplish gray.
Oh.
But this looks delicious, so I will be drinking it. Thank
I mean,
you.
each of the different layers has a different density, so that shouldn't be the case.
Oh, fascinating.
I've worked
She
very
starts
hard.
sucking it down.
Yeah, I've worked very hard on this. I thought it'd be very fun. It's
You
like
are so clever, Kojani. You're so clever. You know that?
Yes, thank you. Raf.
Immediately abandons her decision to not drink before they meet Helio and sucks
Oh, yeah.
down what has
No.
to be at least like 7 different kind of liqueurs.
Yeah, you know those like novelty like liquor slushies that you can get in Vegas where you just fill it up.
Oh
with-
yeah,
Yeah, it's one of those.
that was precisely what I was
Yeah.
picturing.
Yeah. It's like it is the size. The cup is the size of Vim.
And
Those Vegas cups are like 3 feet
they're
long.
huge.
Yes,
They're
I'm not giving
huge.
you a Vegas cut. I'm giving you a
I
caterpillar.
used to
cup.
have one.
A caterpillar
Vim
cup.
A Vim cup.
Does it have nubs?
No, although if they ever did like make like a restaurant chain off of all of you, I think it would be like a rainforest cafe type of situation, and there would be like a Vim cup.
I
Oh,
love that.
God.
Honestly, yeah. I'm imagining Luna's drink is some kind of carrot-based Bloody Mary.
No, it's like
It's
a
the only way I could imagine carrot being good in alcohol.
carrot reduction vodka. Into like
I'm
a
picturing
martini.
like something with spices and.
I was gonna say I was
sugar,
picturing
like
something a
that.
little more carrot cakey.
Yeah.
Yes, specifically
Interesting.
that.
Interesting.
You're all brought up towards the Helio sort of office. It's actually like right at the top of the club where the gravity field is sort of emitting from. There's like a penthouse sort of area. A door
Yeah.
slides
Excellent.
open, and just like lounging on this like couch that goes all the way around this entire thing is a genasi, a genasi with sort of like pink skin that matches the Astral Sea, and this like
Pretty.
purple dark hair that kind of just floats down that has a number of like gold balls like orbiting around it, so it's like a little star system ponytail, and they are just
Cute.
kind of lounging about. They have like some sort of tablet in their hand, and they say, Ah, hello. Nice to meet you all. I believe we have a little bit of business to take care of this day. I hear you're all quite wanted. They kind of smile at you all.
Hopefully not for long.
Who did you hear that from?
In more than one way.
I mean, pulls
And
up,
Rash winks.
turns the tablet,
Boy.
and just starts swiping through your wanted posters. Don't worry.
Rash still continues to wink.
I have no interest in bounty hunting, so, you're safe with me. But I think I know why you're here. And I can make this go away.
Yes, for 1,000 credits.
Yes.
We
And
have that.
I will take it. If you
How
can.
do we do money transfers in this world? Is it like Apple Pay?
Base Venmo.
Yeah, it's like a stone tab. It's like a credit to
Venmo.
basically these like magic.
Venmo!
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 Oh,
You
Not
have to
quite yet.
invent it now,
You have to
Ben.
invent it. It basically credits are stored on these like magical slates that you just kind of tap against each other with a like agreed upon amount and they transfer.
Yeah, they use the chip.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's magic.
Thank you, Magic Hacker
Yes.
Man.
So you all, let's see, perfect payment received, excellent, and they just kind of slot that into the top of their tablet. So I'll do the full package. Get rid of the wanted posters. You won't be, the crimes will be absolved. Basically, you'll say, oh, new information was discovered. These people aren't wanted anymore, and that should stop Orly from reopening the bounty on your heads.
Is there any way we can Uno reverse it back on?
I was gonna say, can we flip the bounty?
That
How
would
much
be-
extra for flipping the bounty?
That would be about 10 to 15,000 credits, especially for Orly. They're a pretty well-respected merchant these days. Granted, I know they're a bit of a piratey bastard, so...
I
what can
want
you
to
do?
handle that myself.
Oh, there you go.
I don't want to send anybody else after him.
Speaking
Well,
of...
I just think it would be funny.
I also think it would be funny. I also think that maybe if he's like a competitor of yours, it would also behoove you.
I wouldn't say competitor.
And it would be mutually Well,
I mean, we work in
I
similar...
might.
I'm an honest business person, thank you. I
but
just
sometimes
run the club.
dishonest business person makes things difficult for honest
Wait.
business people.
But I thought that he was an honest merchant.
Yes, Orly is an honest... Or Orly, the persona of them, is an honest merchant, just as I am a honest business owner, club owner, and a number of other owner-operators.
You also have a dragon persona, a dragon sona.
I mean, not for strangers.
We are no longer strangers. You know my name and I know yours, and therefore we are not strangers.
I don't
Evie!
I don't think
That
we're,
is enough of that.
I don't think we're at
This
that
is-
level yet, dear.
This is a
I
different
need to know
conversation,
whether or
Evie.
not he is a dragon.
It is trust me. You'll
I mean, I've been called a dragon.
Evie, we shall have a conversation about sexual relationships and role playing in that manner later on the
I'm
ship.
not talking about any of that. Rash, I think you're taking this conversation wildly. I think you're drunk.
Darius is uncomfortable.
Darius, so am I. And
Rash takes
Like, doesn't
a
say that
Here,
out loud.
and she
Rash
will
takes
offer
a
him
long swig of the drink she has not touched yet.
Sometimes Rash gets drunk and then she says things that don't make any sense to me, but also sometimes she says things that doesn't make any sense to me when she's sober. So maybe I just don't understand Rash very well.
Evie, we will have talk about bards and bees later.
Bards and bees.
Bards and bees.
Okay. I also don't see what those animals have to do with this conversation, but I suppose that's not relevant. So, we're good people again?
I mean, you'll be good people in about 3 days.
We were always good people.
You'll
This
need
was
to-
a
Yeah.
clerical
we
error.
were.
Yes. You'll need
Good
to...
Oh,
people in
wait,
the
but you
eyes
are
of
the cleric.
society.
Not that kind of cleric.
You
Oh.
will probably need to lay low for a few days, and if you'd like, I can help you with that. As it so happens, I have some work that needs doing, and I think that you would all be decently qualified for it.
We could use some work.
Nothing below the board, all above the board, a salvage operation. To be precise, I sent a number of my engineers out to go and start working on a sort of satellite location for the club. Another hollowed out moon that we had found. It came hollowed out for us. But there was a number of magical equipment in there, but they've not returned any of my calls.
That it is on a moon?
Yes, it is inside of another hollowed out
I
moon.
would like to go.
It appears to
we
be
can go to your moon.
a lab of some sorts, I believe.
Insight check. Is this the place that we visited before?
I doubt it.
So that was on an
moons.
asteroid.
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay. Never mind then.
I would like to go. It could be a Luna lab.
Maybe.
We'll unpack that later. But yes, that would basically be the job. Head there, go check on my engineering team, see if they're alive and safe. If they are alive and safe, maybe like
Help
Rash,
them out.
give them a bonk and be like, "Yo, why the hell haven't you called home?"
You should call home more often.
Helio was worried.
I can
about
do
you.
that.
If they are still alive and maybe in danger, help them out. You know, that type of thing.
I understand.
Excuse
I'd
me.
be willing to give you the standard payment for the station plus a little extra, if that's all right with you. 250 credits ahead plus a open tab night at the bar for you if you choose.
Oh, yes, I would like this very much.
I will
That seems
pay
very
everything.
generous.
Cautious. I feel I should ask
Yes.
because I've been in, I suppose, this sort of life long enough. This kind of situation might come up. If things have gone belly up, so to speak, at this lab, and things are in shambles, would you prefer? And this is going to sound a tad crass to begin with. Would you prefer us not to loot the place hollow?
Oh, to be entirely honest with you, I purely want the location. I was purely salvaging it to use the location. If there are things there that you want that my engineering team has not picked up because they've been lazy and bad at their jobs, or that they're all dead and they're not around, I hope that's not the case. If they are all dead, try to bring a little something back for their families.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I
let
just-
me know, because then I need to forward their payment to their next of kin plus a little
We can
extra.
collect heads or something.
Yeah.
I've just
I mean, not
I-
heads. I just, if people fall in my service while doing work for me, I try to give their family at least enough for the funeral in a few months.
Workman's comp, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was just thinking ease of carrying, but okay.
But just check on them for me. That's it. Go check on them if they're dead or missing. Try to figure out what happened to them. If you end up having to clear out the place, I'll give you a little bit of a bonus. I'll probably pump it up to 300 credits a person. If that sounds
Okie
doable.
dokie.
Would you be able to cover fuel for our vessel?
Yes,
Get there.
that's the standard, of course.
That's such a good standard.
Well,
I
yeah,
love standards.
If you're going to hire people to travel through the Astral Sea, if they don't have a ship of their own, you're going to pay for their passage, or if they do, you're going to pay for their fuel. It's only fair.
How
That
drunk
is
is he?
that is the logical. It's a fucking Vegas slushy. She's fucking smoked. She's gone.
Also, everyone else, the colors are all staying separate in Luna. In
Evie.
In Evie.
Yeah, the colors are all staying separate, so it's like a rainbow lava lamp
Of
now.
mess.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I want fan art of that.
Here we
Evie
go.
busies herself making popping noises with the leftover bottle.
Um,
I
looks
do
over-
wonder about that. Can you make your digits rigid enough to do that?
Yeah.
How
Or is it
rigid
more like a
was-
I think it's actually
Squirt.
arguably even more of like a because there's
'Cause it's
like
all
even better
gooey.
It
suction.
has more of a swoosh to it. He looks over. They look over to you, Darius, and they just say, I feel like you're the best one to give the coordinates to right now."
I won't disagree.
You just
I'm
kind of.
coordinated.
You are even more colorful than usual, Evie.
Thank you. I feel colorful.
Yeah, Darius. They just kind of come and they basically hand you a paper with like Astral Sea directions and coordinates that you'll be able to give the ship, and it'll just start taking you there. It's about a day away. It's actually really close.
Okay.
Let's see. Other than that, I mean, that's really it. That's the work. And by the time you're done that job and back, your bounties will be gone. So
Well, we appreciate all your assistance, truly.
I appreciate the fact that I'm going to have some clearly competent
Oh,
people.
his name is not truly. It is
Helio.
Helio.
Yes, I appreciate that we're going to have some
Nice.
truly confident people working.
Yeah,
doing
it
a
was
little
great
bit of work
timing for that comment.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Thank you
anything
for
else?
clearing our names. You are an individual of the people.
I am simply a business person. They smile.
A business person with a great bar. I
Yes.
look forward to your expansion.
So good. I haven't been to a lot of bars.
So we're
but I
going
do
to
think
make
this is
planar
the
gates
best
that
one.
let people teleport from moon to different moon, and it's going to be a very whole
Luna.
experience.
You can see all of the moons.
This is a very good idea.
And
How-
imagine the encounter in that bar if there's ever a fight, like jumping through portals to like different parts of the Astral Sea. Crazy.
Ah, that
Oh
would
boy.
be fun.
Anyway,
But if you film it, I want no cuts.
Oh, also I would say on the way, I assume business is completed in here.
yeah, I mean, Helio lets you hang out in their office if you want, but they're also like not going to like say, "Stay, drink with me."
We did say we'd drink after the meeting.
Oh yes, we should
feel
drink
like you
and
didn't-
also
I
Very
feel like you
quickly-
didn't follow your own deal there.
Very quickly broke that idea.
Yeah, Helio says that as well. They're just like, I feel like you didn't follow your own plan there.
Rash pulls out a smaller Tupperware of like a nicer, like a little more like a fancier sort of like fruit tart in a little mini Tupperware for
Rash,
Helio.
you know that Helio is a vegan.
It's a fruit tart.
Yeah, so as long as there's nothing in there. Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
you,
yes,
Rash.
yes.
I appreciate you. And they hum.
Yeah, no, the very specifically the tart crust is vegan. So
Nice.
yeah, no lard in there. I was just thinking.
no.
no
No.
butter.
No butter. No eggies.
I appreciate you, Lash.
Of course. Always good doing business with you. You take care of your people. You take care of the people of this community as well, and I appreciate that.
I think it's important. You know, people who make businesses should let the communities thrive with business. They smile.
And she raises her glass to that. And then she heads down to mingle with the bar staff a little bit and hand them a new big Tupperware of cookies from the next batch.
They give you the old Tupperware. Like they have a whole system. It's washed.
So good.
Yeah. And yeah,
This will happen every single time.
Otherwise,
Good.
the bar is bumping. Tonight's sort of entertainment is a more like techno-y oomph club house sort of thing, and they have a number of like these like zero gravity cages with like go-go dancers in them. Lots of spandex.
Lots of what?
Evie. Spandex.
Spandex.
Luna.
You should dance with me.
You should dance with me.
I am
And-
Okay,
keeping an
I will
eye
do
out.
that.
I am keeping a distance, but keeping an eye out to make sure no one's given any funny looks to the rest of the party. I know sometimes there can be unsavory types in clubs.
Or
And I have
friends who just wanted to hunt you.
I also have a perfect way of scaring away people. Like, so have you heard the good word about the spark of creation?
Oh.
Them is
As you try it on someone, it's just like terribly drunken human guys. Like, my parents, both blacksmiths, so much. Oh my god, spark of creation. It is the OG.
I don't know what that means, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I used to go to like a Ford church every weekend. Sunday smithing, I loved it. It was great.
Hey, I never thought about a
Haha,
specific
you're hearing it
day.
on stream.
Yeah.
I got this. Oh my god.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
everyone. Say hi to Cooper.
We're going to
Are you
date-
crawling on the floor?
We're going to debut.
nice, nice.
Work smarter, not harder.
Amazing.
Cooper's friend.
My boyfriend, yeah.
Yeah. Cooper's boyfriend who just had to.
Can you believe this shit?
I
Don't
wasn't
date
sure
men.
if you wanted to talk about it on stream or not.
Don't date men, everybody.
Agreed.
I
Amazing.
feel like it's a very easy
Shoot,
sentiment.
I'm
for
marrying
McKenna.
one.
Huh? What was that, Will? What was that?
Preaching to the
You
choir.
have something to say?
I said that's a very easy sentiment for you to agree with, McKenna.
Amazing.
I want
Too
you to know
late
that
for
we
me.
did see like the shadow
Yeah,
of your
but,
back
like,
like projected in
far
high
as-
definition up
Really,
For me.
as far as men to be with, like Billy is what I would call a catch.
He's a good guy.
Philly's great.
He's one of the good ones.
Ah, we love Billy.
We love
Yes.
Billy. We love Billy in this stream.
This is a Billy Stan stream.
Yes. This is a anyone who makes my friends happy stream. Stan stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
You do.
Vim, put your bug nubs in the air as if you
Did not
care.
Vim is with it, Darius, and is actually like, I have two.
Darius, throw him like a football.
Don't do that.
Throw,
Don't do
throw
that.
like
I
Don't
would
do that.
never throw him like a football without his consent.
Vim.
I will catch him.
Consent.
I have two. Let's call them unrelated questions.
For me?
Yes.
What are your questions?
First, can you create fire?
Actually, well, sort of. Yes. I mean, I have my sacred flame, and I just sort of like create kind of a.
Can that set things on fire?
I was going to say, I think I can create fire now.
Decidedly not.
I can also set things on fire.
Okay,
He
that's
calls from
Bartender
That's-
just yells, please don't.
If you give me a lighter, I can also set things on
Actually,
fire.
so-
You may
I
want
don't
to.
think we should be setting fire to anything in here.
Everybody assumes I'm going straight to arson. I just
I'm
don't
not
even
making any
understand.
assumptions.
I
I'm
mean,
just
now
setting
to be
some
fair,
ground rules,
to
so
be
to speak.
fair, me and Matt are from Winnipeg, so going straight to arson is surprisingly common.
Is that the Winnipeg way?
Wow.
I have never burnt any
Nor
structures.
have I,
down.
but we have a lot of arsonists.
I'll never say never.
We have a lot.
Rash
of
flags
arsonists.
down. Rash flags down the bartender, and it's just like, oh, don't you have that one flame drink on the menu? I would love one of those
Oh right.
right now.
One sun shaker coming right up.
I was gonna say you've got the owner of the bar called Helio. You've got an opportunity here.
Second, we'll call it unrelated question.
Doubt.
Can you create a good container that could be carried around and could hold, let's say, corrosive materials
I mean,
that would be safe to carry around?
I'm sure I could create a carrying device. I mean,
Vim.
I have had
What?
containers like that around before because
Right.
sometimes you need such things for forging if you need like do acid etching or things like that.
Right, exactly.
As they're having this conversation, a like 0G sort of like drone is floating around with a whole bunch of like shots on it, just like stacked up, and like there's groups of people all coming near the shots, and like the DJ begins blaring like the music. You know what time it is, folks? It's time for the free 10 p.m. shot off. And basically, there's these like several serving trays of shots now floating in 0G, and people are all just grabbing and drinking as much as they can.
There is
Rash joins in. Rash goes into a rage and joins in.
There is no way this place goes without fights.
Raging and raving.
It might just be the crowd in here on this day of the week.
As the two of you are doing this, like one of the Minotaur staff is just against the wall with you now, standing there. It's like, no, people know how to behave. If people get rowdy, I grab them out beforehand. Pleasure to meet you, Terry. And he kind of like holds out his like big Minotaur hand.
Wait, what did he say his name was?
Terry.
The Minotaur's name is Terry.
Yes.
Terry the Minotaur. Terry the Char.
Okay. Where did you come from?
The door.
Where did you go?
You were just...
No, I literally was standing 4 feet away from you all. I figured I'd come see what you're up to.
Everybody in this bar listens to everybody's conversation.
I wasn't listening to your conversation. I saw you two standing here for a bit, so thought I'd come say hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you all. Anyway. And they just kind of nod and keep walking.
That was strange, right? I'm not... It's not
He said he wasn't listening, but he clearly commented on what I said before.
From the dance floor, from the zero gravity dance floor. Terry, do shots with me! It's been too long!
I'm working Rash, but hey, I tried the goblin gruel recipe you gave me. Cheryl loved it.
Oh, delightful. Give my best to her.
Will do.
Continues partying.
I mean, it's nice that they're having fun.
I think this place is going to get us in a lot of trouble, and I almost wish we would just have that now.
Yeah, shots are going well. After
I'm
like
drinking.
After how many do you just constantly do shots? It lasts for like 5 minutes.
I want to know if Rash has ever won this. Is it a competition, first of all?
It's a very loose competition. In like, you know, eventually people stop, but like maybe 1 or 2 people keep going, and it's like, those two, they got it. They got a lot going on.
I will say that Rash always she'll go pretty hard, but after it dwindles to maybe like 5 people still doing it, she drops off from that just to let the young people have their fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I think Evie is not really paying attention to the reality that it's a competition, is just like dancing and like grabbing them as they pass her by, and is probably not counting.
Sounds about right.
What is?
I mean, Darius is counting. He just likes counting, so.
Are you participating?
It's like 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unless you all have anything else you'd like to do while partying tonight.
Vim's just wondering, is it even possible to carry a drunk plasmoid back to a ship?
I mean, I can create a bowl, maybe, we should, in future, I should create,
to be fair, Rash did just get a sizable Tupperware.
I was going to say, Rash has Tupperware.
And we could just sort of pour her into one of the saddlebags, which I'm never without.
Okay, chat, fan artists, Evie in a Tupperware.
It's just a Jell-O mold with a face.
Oh. Little goblin Tupperware with Evie in it.
Do any of us need to make con saves, Will?
I will let you choose how intoxicated your characters get.
As intoxicated as possible.
All right.
Wouldn't you have like advantage against that?
I have advantage to poison and
Yeah,
advantage on saves
I thought so.
against being poisoned, and given that alcohol is technically a poison,
Yes.
Yeah.
it is actually kind of difficult to get her drunk, so
yeah.
she can. She's like probably under 5 feet tall, is knocking him back like probably harder than the Minotaur in the corner.
Yeah, it's like
Oh no, Terry's
Zolom
working, so
couldn't-
Terry doesn't drink. But yeah.
I thought you had something like that because I like Zolom couldn't get drunk. He was physically incapable of it.
Interesting. Well, yeah, that's a paladin thing, huh?
Yeah.
It is. But yeah, you all have your shots. You all have your partying. It goes as late into the night as you want. Terry offers
Revelry.
Terry kind of like walks over to you and Vim Darius about another hour and a half later. Just says, if you want to, I don't really see this as your scene. If you do want to go and like relax somewhere else, I can make sure the girls get back to your ship. It's
Nah, I'm not leaving them.
no, fair enough.
I'm enjoying counting the drinks.
Fair enough.
At some point
Terry
during this,
hands-
I'll also say,
Oh, 1 second. Terry hands the two of you a non-alcoholic drink, like basically a soda.
The like complimentary DD drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, you really don't want to drive a SpellJammer drunk
Oh God.
into the sun.
You're just spinning into a sun.
I was gonna say, I mean, like, there's not a lot of traffic to hit in space.
And you
As long as
suddenly
you're
find
not
yourself-
by a
surprised.
and
planet.
you find yourself in the sun.
You'd be surprised because
That's
if you
what
think about
happened
it,
to the devil.
a lot of people would probably find the shortest possible route to get from point A to point B. And if you're coming from the same direction, you're probably going to end up going on that same route.
That's fair.
Because space is big. You want to minimize the distance you travel. And so with enough traffic,
It'd be probably really fun to do drunk donuts, though.
Bumpin'. The fantasy equivalent to the cha-cha slide begins to play.
But it's like
Tell me, Will.
mid-air, so it's like
0G.
What does that look
down,
like?
up, side to side.
Yeah. It's like the Konami code, but in 3D space.
Left. Yeah,
Do a
Evie is
Barrel roll! Barrel roll! Everybody
slowly
clap
but
your hands!
surely losing her like
Amazing.
general structure.
Yeah.
Becoming more and more blob-like, and it's partially to do with the zero gravity, but also partially to do with the fact that she is smashed.
Towards
With a
the-
12 performance, what does Rash's dancing to this choreographed dance look like?
Pretty average.
Wait, I have to roll.
As you are all Luna's got it down.
Nice.
Luna's very good at following instructions.
Luna and Vim, just proficiency-wise, are the best dancers in the crew.
It's very funny.
Insane.
Vim's really good at
I
the
love
worm.
this.
Vim's really good at the worm.
Vim would be good at the worm.
I would be terrible at the worm.
Yes.
My top half would like flop very
But
dramatically.
you would
Oh.
do a legendary shopping cart.
You would.
About 3 in the morning, the mood of the club kind of shifts, and they start playing some more like jazz stuff and like some slower songs.
People are about to get depressed.
Yeah, and like you see like a number of like couples just kind of in 0G holding each other and just floating side to side.
Rash comes out of rage and goes back to the bar.
Crazy for you. Yeah, it's like a version of Easy Living comes on.
It's every.
She casually bumps Luna into Evie on her way.
Hello.
Hello.
Is easy living.
I am going
easy
to dance
to
here
live
now.
I will continue to
when
dance.
You're in love.
So it's a slow song, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm so in love.
I'm
There's nothing
guessing
that I won't
that
do.
we're not going to be doing much until later tomorrow.
I don't
Why?
know. It depends. You want to play one of those bar games that's in here? And she goes to like the stack of games.
There's one that just says Barmanji.
Don't you dare.
What about this one then?
Isekai.
This looks fun.
Isekai into an entirely different campaign.
What's the spooky castle? Who's that guy with the fabulous black cape?
Well, maybe I'm a fool, but it's fine.
Vib's like looking. I'm just imagining a thing on there that would take like little credit card, like cards of the credits. And it's like you're not allowed to bring weapons. You're not allowed to bring weapons, but
darling, it's grand.
Nobody said anything about not bringing.
I do not have a weapon. I have a sword friend.
I also have four. I have at least 4 clawed feet.
I have these. And Vim pulls out the desiccated fingers.
Terry just looks over at you, and just like,
nope, they're mine.
It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. and Terry is done for the day, and Terry's just like, I'm not going to unpack that now. And
I could be praying.
Hey, Terry, you're done. You're off your shift. Come drink.
No, I gotta get home to Cheryl.
All right.
She's resting up. She's got a lot going on right now.
She hands Terry specifically like a she hands specifically like a mini bundt cake to give to Cheryl. Like a lemon glazed bundt cake.
Thing that Rash knows about Terry just like takes it. Hey, thanks. The kids will appreciate this. You know that Terry adopts like a lot of goblin kids that have like lost their parents in the goblin horde.
Oh, so this is why she loves Terry. This is why. I almost asked earlier. I almost went, "How's Cheryl? How's the kids?" And I was like, "I don't know if he has kids."
Yeah. No, they don't have any kids of their own because they are a minotaur and a oh god, I'm blanking on the name now. Wolf person. Lupin.
Lichen?
Yeah.
A lichen?
Yeah, a lichen. And they don't have kids of their own, but they have a lot of adopted kids.
That's adorable. I'll say, oh, no. That one is specifically for you and Cheryl. These are for the kids.
Aww.
And she pulls out like a bunch of cookies, like very specifically with like goblin flavors in mind.
Perfect. Thank you, Rash. We really appreciate it. And
of course.
Terry's heading out. Each morning, a missionary advertised the neon sign.
I was eating the scraps and leftovers while she was making those cookies. I don't even know what those flavors were supposed to be.
I imagine a lot of goblin flavors are like using a lot of like reduction or rot or whatever to enhance flavors. Like how you would like with certain fermentation and stuff like that. Like I imagine a lot of goblin cuisine has a lot to do with like fermentation and letting things like decompose a little bit past where the due date would be, but to get a richer flavor.
Yeah.
Like
Vim
banana bread.
is basically always eating the leftover bits when you are cooking.
Oh, 100%.
So I don't even know what those flavors were.
I imagine she has a little like section of the kitchen just set up for Vim, like a little like hammock area for Vim.
He's hungry a lot.
The growing boy.
I think as our party begins to wind down their evening,
it's the very hungry caterpillar.
we are going to zoom out of Helio's nightclub and go to a moon that will soon to become very familiar to the party. Specifically in a docking bay of that moon. And in that docking bay, you see this human guy with this sort of, like, blowtorch looking gun. Like, the blowtorch modified into a weapon. Just kind of, like, walking back. Yeah, like a flamethrower, but it's, like, it's like a cobbled together flamethrower. It's not, like, an actual flamethrower.
Like if you had hairspray and a lighter.
Yeah, basically. Like, kind of, like, moving around, looking just nervously as they like try to like open the door to the ship behind them, And I think the last thing that we see before we end the stream is a skeletal hand just reach down from above the ship and grab their head. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Cool. So we're walking into alien fun.
So thank you all
I was
so
gonna
much.
say it's the
In the Astral Sea, only
Going
select
to the
people can hear
toilet
you
and
scream.
Paper.
Thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like Salt and Sorcery tomorrow, Stardew Sunday with friends on Sunday, and The Strength of Thousands AP on Monday, and the League of Amazing Adventurers Ray one shot on Wednesday. Soon to be the Western. Middle of May, we're starting that up.
Yeah, May 17th, I think you said.
Yep. So thank you all so much for coming. Check out those other shows. Check out all of our shows fully caught up on YouTube. Tonight's episode will be out tomorrow. And we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.